Alright, it's time to make us some warships, or at least some ships that we can use to actually deal with these pirate threats that are starting to build up on us. So, I have access. Well, what exactly do I have access to? I think that's the first thing I want to check. Got lasers, I got prototype beam, prototype missiles, so I only got access to lasers right now. I don't actually have a lot of variety, so actually, I can only make one ship here, and I have all defenses there, which probably are going to be deflectors if I can manage it. Because hull plane chaff doesn't seem all that necessary right now. And for 8 shield strength for such a relatively small size, that actually can be pretty useful. And come to think of it now, because I have all that mass increase there from the, the resources as well as maybe something else? I can't remember for certain there. I got at least one 5% boost there that I can utilize, so I could probably take advantage of that with my pollinator and all my other ships as well, but we'll focus on this new ship right now. So, let's see, I want to make a brand new ship. And how the hell are we gonna make this look? Because we only got lasers there. I already had a good ship design in mind for like rail guns, kind of like make it a defense drone, but since I only have lasers to work with, I'm gonna have to try to design something here. Since lasers are the longest range type of weaponry here from what I understand. It doesn't want to tell me too much here, but I'm sure I could find it. Let's see. Medium range. Missiles long range. Okay, I take that back. It is a medium range weapon. I thought it was like the longest range. And what do we have? 2 damage, 12 mass, 0.2 threat. So, ooh, hyperdrive plus. Nothing exciting, it's just a better hyperdrive for when I want to get mobile. Okay. Enough stalling around though. So what the hell do I... How do I start with this? Probably I want to get a cockpit of some kind. Although there's not really much options available to me as far as cockpits is there. I have this one. I have the one I'm using for my drone. These are like boxes, storage bins. This is going to be a little bit interesting because I took a lot of time just trying to figure this out to develop my pollinator on my other ships, but trying to do this in a reasonable amount of time is going to be a little tricky. So I am going to have to get a little creative, I think. First off, I'm trying to find a cockpit piece of some kind so I can utilize it. All these seem like they're engine sort. Well, it looks like they could be used modular in a sense. Because if this was robotic there, that one little blue light there for this component would actually be useful as like the optics area. I think we'll keep it simple. We'll utilize this piece here. We'll scale it down. This is already tiny, so I don't think I need that big, do I? Honestly, I don't remember how big I even had the... Well, actually, scale doesn't matter, from what I understand. It's gonna just account for that once on the Galactic map anyway, so it's just a matter of making sure it looks appropriate. So this is gonna be my main fighter, essentially, so I want it to look like it's mobile. So, let's see. Would this wing do good? Probably not. I need like a base of some kind. If I can attach something here, the box may work in the bottom. But I don't know how to attach that. This is going to be interesting. Because I need like a base of some kind, or at least something to kind of overlap on top there. And that's wings. Don't know. I think I want that. Because I can easily throw some engine in the back there, but I want to at least give it some kind of like wingspan or arc. And that's of course for huge structures, although yeah, it's probably that would actually make decent armor plating there. just with all these red highlights, it's really difficult to tell where to go. And of course the hotkey doesn't function very well either. So let's see how this looks. That would be decent for armor plane, I think, if I can position it right. Oops, don't want it like that. Actually, it would make decent wings down there too, but I think I'll use them more as armor plane. So what is it? Y? Nope. No, not Y-axis, damn it. We're off to a good start here. It's the X, of course, silly me. Oh, I had it there for a moment. Let's see, that looks pretty good. We'll move it in a little bit more. Oh, that pushes out. That's not what I want. There, that's looking better already. The question is, do I want to move it in more or not? That's probably too much. So how do I adjust the scale to make it so that the top drags forward more? That goes down, stretches it down. There, that could actually help. That looks decent there. I could almost fit 2 engines on the side there to kind of like make it look like propulsion and such. It's gonna look like a simple pod though, so it's not gonna be too terribly exciting. But what kind of engine? Well, I don't want that engine. Is there some kind of small engine I can utilize? I think this might do. Again, all these red dots is such a pain in the ass though. So I'm gonna have to use my scaling to an extent to make sure this works properly. And that's about as small as I can get too. So there is gonna be a little bit of clipping, so how do I minimize that while making it still look decent? Yeah, this is really difficult to see actually. Maybe I need to scale it all up more so I can get a better zoom in. So the problem is probably everything's too small, so... Let's see, how's that look? That's pretty... I like that. That's pretty generic. It needs something underneath though, and it definitely needs like wings of sorts or something to kind of feel like it gives it momentum. But I actually like that. That's pretty generic, mind you, but it actually seems nice, sleek design. It seems like something mobile anyway, so it looks like it could be ideal fighter. All these marked spots though are going to be an annoyance though. So maybe I want to put something underneath. Put that underneath to kind of give it a little more bulk. If this is going to be a laser fighter, especially if I'm going to use deflectors. I'm definitely going to have to adjust for how big that is though. Let's see. Yeah, get rid of the... Is it? No, it's not X, damn it. I keep getting these mixed up. Shrinking it down quite a... Actually, what am I doing? I should just rotate that if that's at all possible. And see if I can make that work. Then stretch it out with the set axis. That... It's decent. It's decent. I want to try and move it back some though. No, not move it forward, damn you. It looks a little awkward there, so I'll need to shrink it a little more. Oops, I'm moving again, damn it. That's not what I want. So shrink the scale back a little bit. There, that looks a lot better. If it actually looks good, I'm not sure. Seems pretty generic, so... The only thing I don't like, I still don't like that back portion there, but it's hardly going to be noticeable, I think. So, Okay, I don't want to shrink Y anymore. I'm wondering... Okay, that's decent, but still that shine is quite irritating because of that metal portion is still sticking out. Oh, I'm off saying it again, damn it. That's not what I want. I need to shrink the scale more. Unless I just shrink the y-axis more, that'll help. There, that actually solves my problem there. Although with that transparent box for the starting portion, it's kind of in the way. That's actually not too bad, I like it. I feel like I should put a little bit more on there, but with lasers and all that put on, it should make up for it. Because I could put laser batteries in between these little legs, or in between these little wings of sorts. It has the engines, the dual thrusters, and it got hopefully enough space to put everything while I can shrink it easily. So what to call this thing? Because I sure as hell don't want to call it a leaf. And unfortunately it's like the only ship I can actually make. But I can update everything else, I guess, with the tech I have. What do I want to... I think I'll just call this the fighter... What is it? The soldier? Do I want to call it soldier? It's not like going to be my main type of fighting unit, since once I get to small ships there, that'll be pretty good. So since this is like a fighter, I'm almost tempted to like name it the consort almost. It's a... Well, the consort's more of a defensive ship, so that would be something I utilize the railguns, I think, considering that's like short range point defense. So actually, I'll just name it the Swarmer. Oops. Considering these are tiny ships there, so I can get a lot of them. I just need to understand what these roles do. So they go after escort ship, or what is it? They kill guardians and go after escort ships. So of course, not going to do much against capital. Let's see. They'll go after assault. So I don't know if I think I want this as a fighter. Assault crafts heavy sword. Their goal is to dive in the heart of the battle, take out high value. Okay, so I think I want the interceptor then. I'll do that for now. And that actually doesn't look too bad, I think. Pretty generic. Could add a little bit more, but considering it's a tiny ship, I don't think it needs to be too fancy. Now let's get this thing out. We got 27 points to utilize, so first off, lasers again. Is there any way? How do I get rid of this? All these grids. I don't know how to get rid of these little icons. I can account for that though with the scaling and all these. Well, once I can target it anyway. There we go. Because I'll just stick with one there, but we're going to have it look like there's two. Scale it back a little bit. Oops, that's not what I want. This is going to be a bit different than my Star Drive videos for anyone who's watching, that's for sure. And I am still learning the ropes with this thing. So I apologize how tedious or slow this must feel for some who are watching this. Oh, we got ourselves some laser cannons. What else do I want on this thing? We got thrusters for speed, which sounds which is pretty important, but wait, what kind of speed does it have? 3 movement. Do I want to go any faster or not? Because I think I'm going to utilize these more for defense for a time being, but thrusters would be pretty good for base movement. They'll take up 8 points. What else can I throw on there? Oh yeah, I need the deflectors. Go figure, I need that. That's important as hell. And of course I'm going to shrink that down. But where's a good spot? Well, as I keep saying, it's impossible to hell to know where the good spot is because I can't even see ideal spot to put the damn thing. So I think what I'm going to do is have 2 of them on the wings there and shrink them down, of course. Whoops. Hmm. So that's not the best spot. Kind of. Hmm. Where do I want to put them? Because putting it underneath might be a good idea too. Because the wing with it being curved might not work out. So actually we'll do one deflector underneath there, shrink it down appropriately. And connect it with the ship. Make sure it's in a way that looks reasonable. That, of course, sinks in completely. Not that it really matters too much. That seems decent. Remember, this is like a really tiny ship anyway. It's not like going to do anything useful. Oops, that's said. And of course, it's turning sideways. I'm trying to rotate this thing. So feels more... It fits right in there better. That's the idea anyway. Again, this little transparent box is kind of getting in the way a tiny bit. And I also realize my mouse is not appearing on the recording, so that could be an issue. So I'm going to try my best to kind of explain what I'm looking at there until I can get this figured out. Do I want to rotate this more? If anything, I kind of want to shrink it even more, to be honest. There, that sounds perfect. We got ourselves a nice deflector. It's got 8 points of shields. Actually, I could throw on another laser almost. Don't see why not. Let's see, what else do I have available to me? There's no way in hell I'm using those modules, the colony module or the constructor. Is sensors, I don't care about them. And is life support important? It might be, because these are not. I can easily update them to use like life support when I'm ready to get offensive with them. That's the RAM. That's for health points. I don't care about that. So this actually should be pretty good once I start getting a couple of them. It'll help them make it cheaper as well, I think. The only thing I'm not certain of is, okay, maintenance cost. Okay, maintenance cost goes up the more stuff I put on there, so I want to try and keep them lean for the sake of my economy. At least a little bit. And those deflectors are going to make them incredibly resilient. Almost too much, I may argue. So, we got ourselves a Swarm Mark 1. And no, I do not want you as a Guardian. I want you as an Interceptor, I think. Welcome to the crew. It's simple. It's basic. I actually like the lean look of it there, especially since it's meant to be like, as the name implies, a swarming ship. So, if I utilize this properly, there's going to be a lot of them harassing a single target. And let's see, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like my drone's actually a lot bigger, it seems, in scale, so that's probably something I could do to help make it a little bit easier to see all these points. But, that's my first ship there, and come to think of it, can I update this any? I got a couple of points available to me, but I don't think I can throw anything useful on there. Actually, I may be able to, let me see. I don't have enough to fit a colony module though, what is it? The mass is 45, so if I get rid of some of this life support there, that could be useful as like planets that are within range, so I might want to keep that in mind. Let me take these off. Can I? Nope, can't quite fit it just yet. 45, so I am one mass short. That sucks. Unless I want to get rid of the hyperdrive, that might be good. And that can make the difference, so... So we'll adjust that to get the extra colony pod in, because that's going to help quite a bit with, like, quickly populating a world there, especially if my my main systems are like completely maxed out, this will help with putting the population to good use elsewhere and rapidly filling it up without hopefully it suffering too much. So we're just going to sink that in there a little bit just so it fits a little bit better. So how do I distinguish this? And Mark 1 is definitely it, but the Mark 2 and Mark 3 I think should stay as the current variation. So what do I want to call this one? I'll just call it the Pollinator S for kind of like short range, I guess. Shorter term travel. It's not very creative, mind you, but hey. It helps, it'll help to distinguish them a little bit. And I don't, might as well, yeah, I could have probably just named that properly. But that can give me a grand total of 6 population there. So I can really populate a system quickly when it gets to that point. Other than that, can we get started building those? Not if we want to skip out on the... Ugh. I did not take that into account how expensive those would be. Maybe I don't want to do that. Well, let me just go back to my swarmer. Get rid of the deflector in this case. And just call this the Mark 0, because this would be like the original bare bones type of ship. It's going to be a lot cheaper, mind you, but at least they'll be able to fight, but it's going to be on equal terms with the pirate ship, so 4 turns is a little more manageable, but it seems a bit slow. But I gotta start building something, I guess. Actually, having deflectors is more important, I think, because that's going to absorb a lot more damage and make it so much more valuable in comparison to Mark 0. What is this? Okay. I was hoping to get rid of that regular swarm, but let's back on the designer tab. And I'm going to need another shipyard pretty soon. So this will be interesting. Although, I'll be waiting a bit there, at least I'm getting started on some arguably very resilient ships that should be able to hold them off pretty well once the pirates start making my way over. Or making their way over, what am I saying? So, it's a start. And then when we unlock the other weaponry, we can use that too.